Good evening. Some Algonquin students are feeling optimistic tonight after the school announced it will at least delay a decision on whether to cut dozens of programs. This follows the Ontario government's announcement of new funding for post-secondary institutions and the lifting of tuition freeze. CTV's Caitlin Wilson starts us off.
Aurora Laurenti is a student at Algonquin College. She's in Pre-Health Pathway, a one-year program that was set to be cut in the fall.
Not everyone has those grades right out of high school to be able to move on to the next step. So removing such a big program, like it's one of the health program's biggest programs, seemed like a pretty bad decision.
The college's Board of Governors was expected to vote later this month on suspending another 30 programs as the school tries to address ongoing financial challenges after the federal government implemented a cap on international students.
It sucks for the students in high school. They go into high school, take all their classes, work hard on high school, then get applied into Algonquin, and then they find out that, they can't take it anymore.
But after the Ontario government announced $6.4 billion in additional funding for colleges and universities this week, Algonquin is delaying that decision. Along with new funding over the next 4 years, the province is lifting a 7-year tuition freeze, allowing schools to raise tuition up to 2% a year. In a statement, Algonquin's president says while this is positive news, the college continues to face significant financial challenges and must remain focused on its long-term sustainability.
It could go either way, to be honest, so I'm just holding out hope that they don't take out 30.
And the uncertainty isn't only affecting students. The union representing professors, instructors, and staff say it's already lost about 15% of its members.
We would, of course, be looking for no cuts. But if cuts are necessary, we're asking that there would be a real consideration to the effect on not only our students currently, but our community as a whole moving forward.
For students like Aurora, the program she's in will exist long enough for her to graduate. But what happens after that is unclear. Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
It's a bold display of the possible consequences of inadequate food inspection. A federal union setting up a table just meters from Parliament Hill today with commonly recalled food in an attempt to sound the alarm about planned cuts to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. CTV's Natalie Van Roy reports.
It's a public display of defiance against cuts at the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Union members and CFIA employees setting up a table only meters away from Parliament Hill, pretending to dine on food that's been commonly recalled for consumers.
We're just demonstrating to Canadians here today the importance of public services, specifically the work that's done at the CFIA to make sure that the food that Canadians eat is safe.
Each food item on this table carefully selected: meat, pistachios, and romaine lettuce.
There's been many issues with romaine lettuce over the years, and with our food inspectors, they made sure that the lettuce, was treated properly.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency oversees things such as recalls and food safety. As part of the federal government's public service cuts, 587 positions will be eliminated at the agency.
My concern is that it's not only going to be people losing a job, it's going to be introducing a risk for everyone that's eating every day.
In a statement to CTV News, the agency confirms it remains focused on protecting food safety, managing risks related to animal and plant health, and using evidence and rigorous science, and that despite the cuts, $30 million is being reinvested in the agency, primarily to strengthen food safety inspection and frontline services. But those seated at this table still concerned for the future.
When everything's going well, like when the job is done, it's something that's going on in the background. But if we don't do the job, more people will get sick and even people can die.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
Meantime, pushback continues over the federal government's plan to require public servants to start working in the office more frequently. In May, executives will have to start working in the office full-time, and in July, all other employees will have to go back to 4 days a week. Another Liberal MP is now calling for flexibility. Jenna Sud says the new policy is creating uncertainty for the thousands of public servants who live in her riding.
I will continue to work with you, with our government, with my National Capital Region colleagues, calling for meaningful flexibility. as this policy is being implemented.
Suds made those comments yesterday at a House of Commons committee earlier this week. Bruce Panjoy, the Liberal MP for Carleton, called on the government to reconsider the return to office mandate. A one-time GST top-up payment is coming as early as this spring after a new affordability bill received royal assent. The Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit was fast-tracked through Parliament with Conservative support. The payment for millions of low-income Canadians will be worth 50% of the GST tax credit in the first year. That works out to just over $1,800 for a family of 4. After that, the annual benefit will be roughly $1,400 for the next 4 years. Well, the week started with snow, but by the time we got to today, Friday, things really warmed up and we've had mild, dry seasonal conditions for this time of year. Now, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. It's -6 out right now, feeling a little chilly, about -8, -9 with that wind chill. But again, very clear skies. We did see a little bit of slight snow moving through eastern Ontario, but it has since cleared. Cloudy skies to start off our Saturday, but for the most part, it will be fairly dry skies into Saturday evening. Here's a look through our temperatures. -6 to kick things off in the morning, feeling like -13. By noon, we will have lots of sunshine moving through with a daytime high of about -3. But the winds are going to switch up from those southerly winds coming in from the north. So -3 at 3 p.m. will feel closer to -8. So you still definitely want to bundle up. Now, taking a look at the next 3 days, mainly sunny for our Saturday and Sunday will be cloudy skies. Monday, Family Day Monday, will be showers and flurries. Well, smoke was billowing above the ByWard Market this morning after a fire at a restaurant. The fire started in the kitchen stove of the Lone Star on George Street, Neil Dalhousie, just before 10 o'clock. Now, the flames spread up the back wall and a vent. Fire crews managed to contain the fire to that area. No injuries were reported.
Our first arriving truck arrived 2 minutes after being dispatched to the call and quickly made entry with a hose and found the fire in the kitchen on the stove. It had spread up through a vent system, so we set up a ladder on scene as well.
An Ottawa health inspector was called in to inspect the kitchen. The restaurant remains closed and it's not known when it will reopen. And OC Transpo says tonight there has been a slight improvement in bus service since the start of February. The Transit Services GM says fewer trips were canceled so far this month than in late January. OC Transpo also says there are more buses available and service is expected to further improve closer to spring. Now, do you use public transit? We are looking for Ottawa's worst commute. How long does it take you to get to your destination? If you think you have Ottawa's worst commute on OC Transpo, contact us at ottawanews@ctvottawa.ca. We want to tell your story and maybe set change in motion.
It says return to sender for weight and dimensions, even though on February 2nd it was weighed and checked thoroughly.
Coming up, a lovely gesture for veterans this Valentine's Day goes undelivered after an error by Canada Post. Well, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so you may be looking for some chocolate, but it will likely cost you more this year. Chocolate prices are up more than 14% because of cocoa beans, most of them coming from West Africa, which has had weak harvests because of extreme weather. Chocolate companies buy beans months in advance, so consumers won't see some relief for some time. Chocolate prices were also up last year and in 2024. Well, a Navan family was trying to spread some love this Valentine's Day by sending homemade Valentine's cards to veterans, but they weren't delivered. Canada Post returned them with a note that the postage was short just 13 cents. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
Some Valentine's.
Some Valentines.
It's a way to share some love with veterans on Valentine's Day.
We found out about this program through Canada Remembers, and it's just a way to commemorate veterans.
Canadians like Ellen and Stephen Edwards and their young children can create homemade Valentine's cards.
Maybe put a smile on their face.
They're shipped to Veterans Affairs Canada and Prince Edward Island, then given to vets. But their cards never made it.
It says return to sender for weight and dimensions.
Just getting sent back over 13 cents was difficult to see.
The family says they did everything right, shipping through their local post office, confirming they had correct postage.
So initially I had one on, and then I had a roll of stamps with me, and she said, no, you have to add on a second one. And then she measured it, weighed it, and she said, yeah, you're all good to go.
Canada Post is apologizing, writing in a statement to CTV News, it was an unfortunate human error at a sorting and processing facility.
I would have paid $5, $10 to send it to veterans.
It's very disheartening. You know, you put in some time and with your children to send a nice gesture, and then it just gets sent back over 13 cents, and it's clearly labeled that it was Valentine's for veterans. So it's just, it stings.
But the family not giving up. They're planning on hand delivering the cards directly to veterans at Pearly Health tomorrow.
We're going to make the most of it, and we're just trying to set a good example for, our children, to honor those who have served for us.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Well, it's a great start weather-wise to the Family Day long weekend. Parts of the region saw periods of light snow, but it's since cleared. The rest of the weekend's temperatures, well, it's trending on the warmer side. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and yes, we are getting closer to midnight, and it's -6 out right now, so fairly mild considering the temperatures we've had the last couple of weeks. And taking that look now at our overnight, it's going to maintain a -6. Again, periods of light snow for parts of eastern Ontario, but it will clear by early tomorrow morning, where the daytime high will get up to the freezing mark. And yes, mainly sunny skies. It may be a little cloudy if you're heading out 7, 8 in the morning, but it should clear up by the afternoon. Now take a look at this. Tonight's lows really across eastern Ontario. You can see the warming along the Seaway, -5, -6 along Brockville and Kingston, but Pembroke as well as Bancroft still a little on the cooler side at -11 degrees for the overnight lows. Again, warming up closer to the freezing mark for tomorrow, really throughout eastern Ontario, mainly sunny skies. It's going to be between 0 and 2 degrees. Yes, 2 degrees for parts of the region. So really looking forward to seeing this, and get outside. I encourage you to get outside and enjoy this sunshine. Temperatures will continue to remain more on the warmer side. Sunday will be a daytime high of -3. So again, Monday, Family Day weekend, look at this, +5. Yes, there is a slim chance that we could see flurries or rain showers, but again, for this Family Day long weekend, the temperatures are looking pretty great. So not only do you have Winterlude, you have Igloo Fest. There's a family event happening between 11 to 4, free to come down. You've also got the Big Bang Festival at the National Arts Centre running Saturday and Sunday. So plenty of activities to do with your friends and family for this long weekend.
Like tube slide there is always one of our favorite parts.
We've come from out of town, Kingston, to enjoy the snow.
Well, speaking of Winterlude, yes, it's the final weekend, the festival running until Monday. Many families were out at Jacques Cartier Park today enjoying the snow slides, and it's perfect weather for the winter festival with both sunshine and warmer temperatures in the forecast. And this Monday, you can also enjoy the Mayor's free Family Day skating party at the City Hall Rink of Dreams. The event is happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your skates and helmets and enjoy skating while listening to music from a live DJ. Skate rentals are also available on site, and there will be a free family fitness class and hot chocolate. Well, taking a look now at what will be open and closed in Ottawa on Family Day. If you're looking for something to do with your kids, yes, the Winterlude Snow Bus will be running for free between Winterlude sites in Ottawa and Gatineau. Most museums will also be open on Monday. Rideau Centre and Tanger Outlets will be open. All other malls will be closed. Yes, some grocery stores will be open, but LCBO and beer store locations will be closed, and there will be no garbage or recycling collection Monday. This will be delayed by a day next week.
Our goal is to unlock $3 billion in new activity and investment for our local economy.
Ottawa and Gatineau are strengthening their bid to potentially host the proposed International Defence Bank with a new Defence Innovation Hub task force. We'll have more on this when we return. The new Anasoke branch will not be ready to open this year, so staff decided to extend the lease on the main branch downtown for another 6 months to the end of June 2027 at a cost of $900,000. They're also keeping the option open to extend for another 6 months until the end of 2027 if needed, which would cost an additional $1.8 million. Now, the new library was supposed to open this summer. The Capital Region is strengthening its bid to host a proposed international defense bank. Ottawa and Gatineau are launching a new task force aimed at turning the Capital Region into a global hub for defense innovation. And for local defense tech companies, it could be a game changer. CTV's Josh Morano reports.
Their own space. Inside 19's Ottawa office, the defense venture capital firm is developing advanced digital tools and operational systems.
We help the end user, like the Canadian Armed Forces, start to sort of take their effects-based capability planning, throw some private money at it, put a bunch of smart people together and build.
Founder Glenn Cowan says Ottawa-Gatineau is already home to top defense talent, making it the perfect location to grow a world-class innovation hub.
We're seeing a renaissance of defense tech, and no better place to build in Ottawa.
Leaders in the region agree, launching a new defense innovation hub task force.
300 companies from the defense and security industry. Be a champion for those companies.
Chaired by Ottawa and Gatineau mayors Mark Sutcliffe and Maude Marquis-Bissonnette, alongside retired General Rick Hillier, the task force is the next step in trying to make the Capital Region the home for a proposed international defense bank.
Drawing on the success of both provinces at the same time, there's no other bid that offers that.
To have investment and business coming in the region, it means that we're offering better opportunities and employment opportunities for our citizens.
The task force will focus on unlocking billions of dollars in new business, infrastructure, and investments.
Our goal is to unlock $3 billion in new activity and investment for our local economy in Ottawa-Gatineau.
Ottawa already has 330 defense companies employing more than 10,000 people, like Cowan, who are hoping the hub helps put Ottawa on the global stage of defense innovation.
Let's start using words like win and lead, because Canada can win and we can be leaders for good in the world, and I think it starts right here in Ottawa.
Josh Morano, CTV News.
Well, a new crew is rocketing toward the International Space Station tonight.
And liftoff. Go Falcon, go Dragon, and Godspeed Crew 12.
The 4 astronauts lifted off from Cape Canaveral on an 8 to 9 month mission. They are replacing a crew that returned to Earth early because of a medical issue with one of the astronauts. SpaceX launched the replacement as soon as possible at NASA's request. The new crew is scheduled to arrive at the orbiting lab tomorrow. Well, a popular classic video game has become a tool in the battle to overcome multiple sclerosis. CTV's health reporter Pauline Chan has the details.
Tetris has been enjoyed by gamers for decades, but now it's proving to be medically useful for patients with MS, like Mary Rivet, who was diagnosed in 1995.
It was a very struggle raising my little ones. I had a lot of home care, stuff like that. I went on ups and downs.
Then she broke her pelvis in a bad fall and was barely able to move.
I was wheelchair bound. I was able to walk. I was making small steps to my chair in the shower, to the washroom.
But 4 years ago, she entered a program at McMaster to test if using the body to play Tetris would be a better form of exercise for MS patients.
We attach sensors to the skin. They're the very same type of sensor that you might expect to be used during an ECG test. They're detecting similar signals as well, except instead of those signals coming from the heart muscle, those signals are coming from skeletal muscles, types of muscles that we use to move around.
Participants did 18 half-hour sessions over 6 weeks.
It was 30 minutes, and I was sitting down at least 3 times during that 30 minutes. I had bars. I'm hanging on to bars, trying to hold my balance to play the games. By the end of the 6 weeks, Pauline, I wasn't hanging on. and I wasn't sitting down for the 30 minutes.
From a wheelchair, she now uses just a cane to get around, and the researchers are looking for a few more participants to complete the study.
We can't say anything about statistical results at this time, but folks who are going through the biofeedback training do talk about rediscovering confidence in their ability to stand for longer periods of time. Sometimes their walking endurance improves.
They hope to report on the final results by the end of the year. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
Come in here and feel better, right? That's really what the whole goal is.
Just ahead, how a Bell's Corner hair salon is helping people to feel their best, including those living with alopecia or cancer. February is Heart Month, and supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute are helping light the capital red tonight. And as Ottawa is doing its part, you can see the hotel building lighting up the ByWard Market with a red glow in the sky. Also, as an iconic address in the heart of the city, Fairmont Chateau Laurier is proud to support the Ottawa Heart Institute. In honor of Heart Month, it's lighting Ottawa's Castle red to help raise awareness for heart health. Well, Black History Month celebrates identity, culture, and confidence. And for some, that journey begins with their hair. A local salon and store owner is helping people to feel their best, including those living with alopecia or cancer. CTV's Kimberly Johnson explains.
The owner of NY Hair wants everyone to feel completely themselves.
It's just fulfilling.
The store specializes in beauty supplies, wigs, and extensions for all hair types. It also has a salon.
When I get out of the building, I always look new and have something different, new colors in my hair. So I really appreciate this place.
Yutunde Dina says that she opened the shop 12 years ago after graduating from Carleton University's business school.
Yeah, okay.
First opening a grocery store, she says customers scooped up her hair extensions the most. So after finding a market for it, she says she sold the grocery store and focused on hair care and her customers.
I feel like I was really born to do this. So you get to communicate with them and know their style and actually order what they want. And so when they come in, you're like, hey, I got you this.
Customers say this is a space where they can find things to express themselves.
I took some photo shoot and they just turned out very well, just because of the product.
Ingrid Luster says she found this place after moving from Burkina Faso and says braids are important in her culture.
It feels amazing. You know, sometimes when you leave your country, you feel like you left a lot behind and your own identity to fit in something new. But having a store that represents or bring choices that are from your different countries or from your own country makes you feel like, oh my God, they care about me. There is somebody here who understands how I feel.
And Dina says she sells products for every hair type. Many of her customers are those living with alopecia or cancer.
And we'll do our best to find something that you like and hope you leave your elevator feeling better than you did when you walked in.
After battling everything as a business owner, from the pandemic to tariffs, today Dina is expanding, reaching a goal of moving into a larger space in Bell's Corners.
I just feel like the sky is just the starting point.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
Winner, Genyo.
Coming up, an Ottawa man wins the lottery, and it could not have come at a better time. That story just ahead. Well, you can enjoy ice fishing for free in Ontario this Family Day weekend. There's no need to purchase a license or outdoors card to get out and fish from tomorrow through Monday. Now, the province is reminding anyone who heads out for ice fishing to be safe. Remember that clear blue ice is strongest, while honeycombed ice is weaker. Meanwhile, movie theaters are preparing for the first big weekend of the year.
Heathcliff is gone. You must accept it.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, Warner Brothers is out with a new take on Wuthering Heights, starring Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. Deadline reports it's expected to bring in more than $40 million US across North America. And over the long weekend, animated basketball movie GOAT is shooting for second with $20 million, while heist film Crime 101 forecast to be next with $15 million in ticket sales. All right, a final check on weather now. We had mild conditions and tomorrow -6, feeling like -13, but it's going to warm up to, look at that, freezing mark. Mainly sunny skies for your Valentine's Day. Sunday, cloudy, -3 the daytime high, and Family Day Monday, +5 degrees. And finally for us tonight, a 28-year-old Ottawa man is $500,000 richer after a lottery win, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Kyle Simpson of Nepean split a $1 million Max Millions prize, which he and someone else won in December 23rd Lotto Max Draw. He says he and his partner got engaged over the holidays and announced they're expecting their first child. Congratulations and wishing you all the best. Well, that's it for us here for February 13th. CTV continues online anytime. Have a great weekend.